Hello. So this video is for African American, primarily for a foundational uh, Black American, meaning that the people that can trace their ancestors back to slavery and then immigration. These group of people in America are the most affected by the flow of immigration in the United States. And I think this is not being spoke about by African American. I don't know if they don't know what's happening to them, or if they are okay with it, because what I'm saying is the effect that it have. If you look at Chicago, immigration effect on Black community. In Chicago, you see there's already a lot of pressure in not there being enough housing. There is not enough employment. There is not enough treatment center enough for people that need assistance from the state. Everything is limited. The resources that states or federal government can offer is limited. And if there are more people looking for these resources, and they're going to affect mostly African American community. The reason why I say this is when it comes to housing, apartment or where you need to sleep, it's limited. If there are 40 million immigrants coming in, a lot of these renters, the property owner, the people that own properties, when it comes to renting, a lot of them prefer to rent the property to immigrant than they are to African American. Same thing for employment. So when you take those two out of the equations, African American suffers the most. If you have no place to live, if you have no employment, the life is very difficult. Okay, and then this also have a sense of discrimination too. A lot of companies prefer foreign immigrant for employment than they are for over African American. This is reality. I don't need to tell you. You only know already. But I have worked in huge company before, where I recruit for companies where very large company recruit for companies like Walmart, company like Amazon, huge, 200-300 people a day, and a lot of these recruitment, the blueprint you're going off of comes with some restrictions, and those restrictions heavily affect African Americans. It also I've seen where hiring process is favor people of other race than African American. Even they would prefer African immigrant over African Americans. So many things. What I'm telling you is that, to be frank, I think I've seen some people talk about people from African American communities talk about the effect immigrant have on Black American. I think I've seen a guy, it's a YouTube channel, and I think he's based out of Michigan, and I saw his videos, and then not many videos about these issues. What I'm saying is, if you're gonna elect people to represent you, your community, the people you elect have to be conservative. What I mean is, they have to advocate for conserving resources for your community. Okay, for your community, for job, bring companies and jobs, housing, whatever, low crimes. Advocate for your Pacific communities, and anything that affect, anything that is in opposition to that should be rejected. An immigrant, Democrat right now, they don't have any restriction on number of immigrants that can come in. Every political issues in the front for Africa, for Democrat, they're using African American to push a political agenda, always, for the last 100 years. But African American are not getting resources. They're not getting the benefit of, even though they're the one that's being used by every groups like these jihadi groups, Hamas. They use the idea of civil rights, First Amendment, and then they use a lot of African American people as a front foot soldier to push their agenda. They have zero benefit for the African American community. And this is dented on a lot of politicians on the side of Democrat. Democrats seem to be pushing for things that have huge catastrophic effect on African American communities. And you look at African American communities. Go in any African American community, be it Baltimore, Chicago, San Francisco, anywhere. Most of the people that are benefiting from the resource, from the populations, populations are like a commodity. People are like a commodity, When all the neighborhood, the businesses that are run within the African American community are run by immigrant, gas stations, apartment, grocery stores. All this money goes into other people and out of the United States. And Democrat doesn't really have in place a program or environment where it conducive to African American young people, old people, to train them to be business owners and have money available for where they can own businesses, grocery store, apartment, whatever, where they can provide for themselves within their own community, instead of giving these monies out to immigrant and then out of the country, because that's what's happening. And what I'm eventually saying is, if you compare what's politically pushed, the political agenda of a Democrat and the one that's pushed by a Republican, the one that's pushed by a Republican have more benefit for African American, in a sense that, imagine if the border is closed, not that many people coming in, that means whatever resources within the country, just like if you don't have a lot of people in this apartment, whatever resources in this apartment have enough, it's gonna be enough to go around, and for housing assistance or tax money that's collected from everybody that work. That tax money is not going to be going to immigrant that lives in the hotel that gets a $10,000 debit card for the food assistance, instead of you getting $200 a month. Even though you being here longer, you should be more. You should be getting more, but the other people that just got in, they get more than you. You got to think about that. And instead of pushing for there being more benefit for your community, Democrat is pushing more resources for other people, foreign countries. If you look at the USAID what was discovered by Doge, the Elon Musk run program, the God department. They discovered that over 200 countries getting US taxpayer money in a foreign country. Over 200 countries, they get in their house apartments being paid for, their groceries, their police within their city, and their the border security that has been paid for by your tax dollar. How is this affecting you? Why Democrats pushing this? They send in every year over $200 billion to those countries instead of having that money invested in here. Having this in mind, I think you should support. It doesn't matter what political party you support, but support people that's going to protect and preserve your community. I preferably conservative environment where your right is protected in terms of the police brutality. That's the one thing that I don't like about Republican parties are good when it comes to limit border, limit immigration, more jobs in the United States, more resources stays in the United States. The big problem is the police, law enforcement, and the issue of race discriminations. More so the police brutality. When it comes to police brutality, especially if you live in a small town in the United States, it's very difficult as a black person. Your right has become secondary or irrelevant in a lot of those conservative Republican community. Other than that, they're perfect when it comes to you're not having to worry about competing with jobs with third world immigrant and unlimited amount of immigrant getting imported into the United States. 40 million people coming in, and now you have to compete with these people for jobs, for welfare, for health insurance, for hospitals, for school, and there's gonna be it's also more violence, more problems. So conservative Republican are good when it comes to these kind of issues: country security, defending America from foreign countries, and also domestically in the United States. When it comes to crimes, they're very good at this. And I'm right now what they're doing is keeping American companies in the United States by allowing a manufacturer that is making a product in America to have incentive where tax incentive, also where the foreign companies bring in the product into America, they will be charged tariff or taxes as before. For the last 50 years, Democrat allow the foreign countries to get their product into the United States for free. They don't pay any taxes or tariff taxes. If they're not paying tariff taxes, foreign companies bring in the product in the United States, and then when America tried to get the product, American companies get the product into the foreign countries, they charge America 500% taxes on America product. That make it American company impossible to exist in the United States. So what happened was, what that ended up doing to America is that those companies, American companies, decided to move out of America. And also they take the jobs with them. So the job that normally people get that will pay for their retirement, pay for their rent, pay for their groceries, for their cars, for insurance, stuff that people used to live off of and be proud to be living in the United States, even United States citizens. Those resources being taken away by these companies, where they cannot exist in this market because foreign companies bring the product for free in the United States. The same product that made in America, if they go to oversee the product, the foreign country will charge that product taxes for the tariff taxes. The tariff taxes will be very expensive, meaning that let's say you have these product, let's say $5 in America market. You take this product and sell it to foreign countries. Before it enters into their country, they will charge 500% taxes on this product. If it's $5, 500% would mean this thing's gonna be huge, a lot of money. 500% of $5. So you cannot make any money by making this product in the United States. The same product is coming from other countries into the United States. They get it in for free. They don't pay any taxes. So they make money from the United States. They take that money, take it back into foreign countries. Additionally, all the immigrant that's coming in, a lot of countries intentionally, purposely, they'll bring in all the people that have issues, like mental issues, disabilities, where they don't have the resources to take care of these people in their country. Let's say you have disabled people that let's say you have 3 million disabled people that you don't have the resources to take care of. So you get them into the United States. You get them to the United States, the United States automatically pays for these people, because once they get in, they just apply for disability benefit, Social Security disability benefit. And this Social Security benefit will pay for them for the rest of their life. This money comes out of your pocket because you pay taxes anytime you go and buy something from the store, or you work, whatever, you pay taxes. All of those money gets collected, goes into federal government, state. This pays for this amount, this sort of disability benefit, housing, healthcare, school, you name it. So systematically, many of the other foreign countries using this take advantage of America this way. So for African American, you have to remember that immigrant, huge number, will not benefit you. Zero would be perfect. If you have a zero immigration for let's say for at least 3 or 4 generations, your children, especially if you're like around 25 or 20 years old right now, by the time you get to 40, your economy, you're gonna be living in a very wealthy society. Because right now the economy, the way the policy that the Republican implemented, as far as foreign companies getting their product into the United States, no, they have to pay taxes instead of before. They don't pay any taxes. Only American company bringing their product to their country pay taxes. No, they pay taxes. This is gonna make America huge, wealthy. This goes back into the community, into everything that's going on, jobs in the United States. It's gonna be huge. Housing is gonna be huge. Everything that is good in America is gonna be double in numbers. So for this reason, I think you should force your representative to represent you, or vote for a Republican Party that is actually doing this already. Stay tuned.